my 20s, I used to worry about what people would think of me. In my 40s, I realized I didn't care what people thought of me. Now I'm in my 60s, and I realize people don't think about me. So I can do anything I want. And here I am with a not too much comedy show. I'm Wilhelmina, and this is Carl. Say hello, Carl.
Hi, I'm Carl Bradfield. I'm a Christian combat veteran for Jesus. I'm a screenwriter, a retired martial arts instructor, retired baby, and a former trucker. And when I have to, I do some acting. How's that grab you?
And today we have a special guest, one of my favorite acting coaches, Carol Gordon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Wilhelmine. I'm jogging right in. And Carl, nice to see you.
Carl.
And you're going to tell us a little bit about who you are and what your story is.
Oh my gosh, my story. When you ask someone my age their story, be prepared. There's a big lifeline in there.
You get 4 or 5 minutes.
Make it short. I'm a native Tampan, born and raised in the city.
Where's your bone in the nose?
My what?
You said you're a native. You have a bone in the nose?
Don't pay any attention
Yeah,
to him.
he's from Baltimore, so he said everybody's like that.
That's Baltimore for you guys.
Okay, Baltimore's
give her a
off
few
my
minutes,
list
please.
of places to visit. Anyway, native Tampan, and grew up here, always loved acting, always loved theater, but Tampa, Florida back in those days was not the place to find a career in it. They didn't know what that was. So I moved to California in my 20s and got a little sidetracked, became a stewardess with TWA when it was really cool to be with the airlines.
Oh, yes.
And
Had to be beautiful.
it was. Then got married, had a baby, got divorced, moved back to Tampa.
Life.
Then I got involved in theater. So for many years, I was on the board of directors of Stageworks Theater, and which, by the way, is celebrating 30 years
Wow.
in Tampa. And worked with Anna Brennan, who is a fabulous artistic director, and she's just retired. But I wasn't quite getting what I wanted. I still had that desire to work in film. Work in television,
what'd you
and
do
always
about
loved
that?
comedy. So I moved back to LA, and this time really devoted myself to studying, training, working. I was fortunate enough at that time to be asked to work with a film production company, which was not my goal. My goal was to act. But I said, as long as I can go on auditions, I would be glad to work here. And I did, and it was Dean River Productions, and we ended up doing films with Billy Graham's Worldwide Pictures,
cool.
which was really quite an honor. And some of the films that I got to work on were A Vow to Cherish, which was actually the first film that I appeared in. It starred Barbara Babcock, Ken Howard, Ossie Davis. Then we did Something to Sing About with Irma P. Hall, Darius McCrary, and remember the Maori twins, Tamara Maori. Worked on Road to Redemption. This one starred Pat Hingle, who was a fabulous, fabulous actor, Julie Contra, Leo Rossi, and Jay Underwood. And then the last one I worked on was The Climb, which had Jason George and Ned Vaughn. Fabulous actors. Jason's on, what is that?
I don't know.
Having a moment.
I've seen
Grey's
your moment.
Anatomy.
You're asking the wrong person. I don't
Grey's
remember
Anatomy.
anything.
All right,
Oh,
he's
Grey's
on that.
Anatomy. Okay.
And then I became a SAG-AFTRA actor, did some television shows, did films. Always loved stand-up comedy, and I got a couple of guys with me, and we became Baby Boomers Plus. We did stand-up comedy. And part of the joy of that was Time Magazine ran an article about seniors doing stand-up, and there's my comedy partner.
Cool.
They took pictures of the three of us performing and put pictures of Jack, who's a retired UCLA professor emeritus. doing stand-up comedy. And had a wonderful time. We, Retirement Magazine or Retirement Living Television, did a 30-minute show, a special about our group. And so I was kind of torn between stand-up, improv, and acting. I love all three of them. But when the time came for me to move back, I thought, I'm going to share what I've learned. So I brought all my notes, all my training from Stella Adler Academy, studying
Thank you for doing that.
from the Orange County Professional Actors Studio, and all these wonderful places that I studied. And I'm sharing that with people now who want to learn
Like me.
acting. Like Wilhelmina, who's fabulous.
I've been going for what? I mean,
Oh my gosh,
over
over
a
a
year.
year.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah. And that was my first real acting class when I started with you.
Thank
And I
you.
enjoy it. And I still enjoy it. And Thursday nights
Thursday nights at the Art Institute, 4401
at
North Hines.
7 p.m.
In
7
Tampa.
p.m.?
This is in Tampa.
Yes.
In Tampa.
Yes, it's in
Yes.
Tampa. And Carol's also very active in the Florida Film Network.
Yes,
Very
yes.
involved in promoting that. And, you know, that's...
I'm on the board now of the Florida Film Network. So I went from the board of the theater to the board of filmmaking and have background in both of those and love them. And then I also teach at the Profile Premier Model and Talent Agency in Lakeland.
What is that noise?
That is a phone that is.
I thought I had that turned off.
Oh, well,
Well, this is actually
Okay,
This
call
is-
me later, okay?
this is music.
Sorry.
it was our call-in show, our first caller,
call-in show.
you know,
We'll take the message,
but
get back
it's
with you later.
not the right number.
I thought he turned it off in the car. I don't know what happened. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? So, Profile Premier Model and Talent Agency
yes, that's
in
another one.
Lakeland. It's every other Wednesday night. Not this week. Spring break is on anyway, but next week. And the address is 5137 South Lakeland Drive, Suite 2 in Lakeland, Florida. It's in Town Square. Every other Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night. What
Very
is that?
good.
The 9th, April the
Very
9th.
good.
And we don't have class this week either because of spring break. The Art
Right,
Institute is
at the Art
closed.
Institute, right.
So it will be the 10th
Right,
of April.
right.
We'll have class again.
And Carol's classes are always interesting because depending on the mix of people, sometimes we do improv, which I love. I wish we do
Love
more of
improv,
that.
yes.
And then sometimes she gives us scripts and we work on as pairs
Work
and
on
sometimes
scenes.
three. You know, maybe sometime we can get you to bring one of those scripts in and, you know, and
Well, we got 2 actors here. Yeah, Carl's an
Yeah,
actor.
yeah.
We'll do some scenes. That
of course,
would be
he
great.
also does screenwriting, and
Yes.
keeps promising he's going to
I do
bring
comedy.
one of his scripts
I
in.
don't do drama. I do comedy.
Okay,
If it's not funny, it's not funny.
all right.
Does that
Okay.
grab you? She picks on me a lot.
Do you have any questions for
Okay.
Carol?
Yeah. How'd you like to exercise with us?
Whoa.
Oh, well,
I
Yeah,
guess I
hesitation.
could try
that's a
that.
little
Sure.
early for that.
I just asked a question. We're not going to do it yet.
Okay, I thought he was going to ask me something personal, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can exercise.
No, actually, before class, we do a lot of relaxation
When you're on those boards,
exercises,
Yes, we
which are
do.
excellent.
when you're
Yes.
on those boards, how bored do you get?
Like Florida Film Network.
No, bored.
Board.
I get so bored
She said
that I
she's on.
cannot bend.
I'll drink to that.
Okay.
Water.
right.
Okay, me too. You're getting dry.
All right.
So, what would your goal for the class, or how do you see this in the future? What are your plans now?
Oh.
Because there's so many things you could do.
My biggest goal is to work with actors in Tampa and raise them to a level of professionalism so that when we pass those bills for Florida
like that.
legislators, so that
When
we
we
can
do
start,
it.
when we get those bills passed, our actors will be up and ready to work. We've got a lot of talent here. We also have a lot of people who are acting on films, and that's not what you want. You don't want to be acting on
No
films.
acting, please.
No acting, please, as Eric Morris would say. You want to be. If you are angry, you want to be angry. If you were hurt, you want to be hurt. You want to be able to pull those emotions that you have, who are part of you, and transfer them to your character, so that your character is feeling it,
the real real
not
emotion.
pretending.
All right, Carol, that's
Not
enough.
like that.
I hope it hurts.
So, yeah, not like that. And that's what I see a lot in a lot of the films. And so my goal, of course, is to work with actors and to get them to that level so that what they're doing is real. It's also, acting is therapy.
Yeah, it is. I was going to say, you have to look into
have
yourself, because you have to, instead of burying or covering up your feelings, you have to really feel them, and you have to be able to
That's right.
use them, so that when you got a character who's going through grief, you actually bring up your own grief
That's right.
to make it real.
That's right.
And you really have to know how to deal with that. And I think that's something that Carol is particularly excellent at.
Thank you.
I mean, we've had classes where we've just worked on our emotions and being able to bring them up and knowing how to handle them, so that, you know, if you're going through you need to feel like you're an insignificant person, and, you know, bring up all those times when you felt that way.
That's right.
Then when you're finished with that exercise, you need to know how to bring yourself back up and
That's
feel good again, and be able to do that kind of therapy to yourself when you don't have a class there to support you.
That's right.
And I've learned that from you, and that's
I tell
been
people I
helpful.
am not a therapist. What I do is I work with you to bring those emotions so that you begin to control the emotions. You bring it up when you want to use it, when it benefits you, and then you let it go. I don't tell people I'm going to work it through and all of that.
No.
That's a different type of professional therapist. But for acting, it's to be able to control those emotions and to have something that will just trigger you.
Yeah.
It's not even thinking, I have to go back to that. When you're doing a scene, it's that trigger that lets you go immediately to that moment.
Can
to that
I
feeling.
request, because this is a good feeling show, a fun show.
Yes.
And I want you to be somebody who's just, you're laughing so hard and you're having so much fun. I want you to be that character right now. Can you do that for me? You know?
Well, see, I'm going
Can
to
you
tell you
bring
that
it up?
why. It's like my trigger is, I'm playing golf with a friend of mine, and he hit the ball, and we lost it, and we couldn't find it. And when he hit another ball, and at that moment, these two guys walked up, wanting to know where their ball was, and it was like, I don't know. Billy got so nervous that these guys got so mad at him because he kept saying, I didn't hit the ball. I don't know where the ball is. So if I just need that moment of happiness,
Yes.
I just clicked in that moment of Billy being so... Okay, I'm there.
Okay, that's wonderful.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
well, that's what I want. I want to, keep it smiling.
I felt the
All right.
same
Yes.
way when we missed a herd of elephants with a machine gun in Vietnam.
Okay.
I was happy.
That's what made you. Okay. All right. Well, is it
Okay.
time? I think about time that we actually demonstrated. Now you can either join us on our
Okay.
defensive moves, or you can tell us what you think of them.
Yeah. We're going to
Yeah,
do our,
that's a
we're gonna do our-
big choice.
We're gonna-
Join them
we're
or
going to do
tell
our
them
dirty
what I think
dozen.
of
I mean,
Well, you can sit there and laugh like
can
that.
sit here
That
and
would be. That would keep
I
it.
can go up there and
This is supposed to be a fun show.
now I'm going to see what y'all are doing, and then
yeah?
if it's
Okay.
easy enough.
Well, I'm not sure what we're doing. It's
I'm so
always a
happy I
little bit-
swallowed my chaw tobacco.
You
My chaw tobacco?
You chaw tobacco?
Come on up here.
Okay, Carl.
You're the cat. You're the cat.
Well,
Now,
I feel bad putting my back to you.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
Maybe
I got
you should
it.
stand here.
I
and
got
the
you.
first
guys.
exercise we have
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that
I'm
way
up.
they'll get
I'm
the-
up.
we
Yeah.
have to stagger because it's an arm swing. Remember?
All right, well, I'm not going to swing too far.
I know.
No falling. I've seen the show.
Yeah.
No falling, no
That was her
tripping,
fault.
no hitter.
Okay.
Don't trip me, anyone.
This is the beginning, the first four exercises of the Daily Dozen.
Those again? We're gonna do them all over again?
Yeah, because every time I whip something new on you, you wind up on the floor, and I don't want that to happen. She bounces good though.
Okay, well,
We're gonna do arm swings. That's what we're gonna do. Just a few repetitions. All right. This is defensive exercises. We
Trying to
exercise.
ward away evil spirits.
No, come on, swing them. You gotta swing them. Just pretend that our arms reaching out to grab you or choke you, and you're sweeping them away. And out to your sides. Watch them collide. I like that when it happens. Okay, out to your sides. Make smaller circles. All right, we're not going to do this too many times. Reverse them. That's it. Bang each other up. I love
Like
that. Widen it
like it like
up. That's what you're going to do. Here's another one for you.
Oh,
In front of your body. In front of your body.
right back to
Oh,
you.
back to this.
Okay. Okay. Hajime. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
All right.
I mean start, but I forgot the word. You should be doing between 25 30 repetitions in an exercise. That's up to you. We're just going to do a few of the exercises to see if you're doing them. Okay, the next exercise, if you remember, we can all face the same way on this. For except Carl, is this hand, this wrist, this palm of the hand to your opposite
The
shoulder,
weapon.
and twist at the wrist at the waist.
And twist at the wrist.
Yeah,
Got that.
the wrist. Okay, then do
Oh,
the
and then you
other
make
side.
this.
Oh, we got to be in the martial.
Well, what we're doing is exercising the waist area. Okay, so now we're doing this. Watch. Here, 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 here. And the reason I point my hand back is to stretch this little love handle a little further. Also, you're practicing a self-defense move if you ever need a self-defense move. The emphasis is on exercising, not on self-defense. But again, if someone reaches out to grab, to punch, to stick their tongue out at you, you
We
just,
can exercise.
okay. That's it.
Say, wait a minute, don't hit me yet.
That's what
I gotta
it is.
exercise.
It's a prearranged exercise. Okay.
Got it.
That's enough of that. We messed that up. I mean, it's pretty good. The next exercise, of course, is we'll start out with the fists. To the side, for the opposite
Oh, wait a minute,
hand as
this
far up
way.
under your armpit as possible. Lean. You exercise.
Lean.
Then the other side. Remember, you do one side and the other. That's one repetition. All
That
right?
reminds me of carrying buckets of water.
That's it. That's what it is. You know, I'm glad you love this. Okay. This is your daily dozen. Now, this is the first 4 exercises of the daily dozen. Number 3. We have one more to go.
Oh, goody.
How do you like that?
All right.
You look like you're trying out for a fullback for the Baltimore Colts, Indianapolis Colts. I'm sorry. Oh.
I like that. Okay, then let's
Next
get back into
exercise.
control here.
Next exercise. Excuse me. So. No, don't you do that. What we're going to do next, number 4 is. Nice. Now you say ooga looga booga looga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga looga booga looga.
Ooga
Ooga
booga.
Ooga looga booga looga. Ooga looga booga looga.
Bum, bum.
Forget the exercise. We got some
More
other here.
dance. Oomba, oomba, oomba.
Okay.
Oh, I love you, Carol.
Double cover Dr. Struggle fit. Oh, great.
What are we doing?
Oh, now we're jogging.
I don't know. I thought we were dancing.
Well, we did 3. What's the 4th?
Number 4. Number 4, hands up, back behind you, this way. Just practice that. Keep your bottom part of your body as straight as you can. This is good for exercising, sitting down too. All right, and this is what we're doing. We're doing here and here, and okay,
Here.
and here and there.
And
Everywhere.
Yeah. Oh my bleeping wow, lady.
I'm going to use this for my funny call later. Here's the trigger.
Now, for those of you who missed last week, I want my
What are you doing?
faithful assistant.
What are you doing to me?
Hey,
Why?
wait a minute.
Stand beside, stand
Don't you
behind
mess
me.
with her.
I
You did this last week,
I did what?
attacking his bear hug, underarm bear
I
hug.
gotta do it.
Oh, I need
We're
to
just-
move off camera because they fall.
No,
No,
I'm
it's
not
not
falling. I'm not falling.
I'm gonna do this
You
very,
stay-
Okay,
I'm gonna do
Protect
this.
I
Hey,
catch
honey.
you.
Eat a wabba, eat a wabba. I mean, come on. It's
You want me to attack you?
like you did last week. That's overarm, underarm. We have the.
You gonna tell the attacker, oh please, underarm?
I'm
Yeah,
showing what the exercise would
Oh.
be for.
Okay.
If you want to wind up on the floor again.
So I'm
keep-
going. Okay.
Oh, forget. Okay, now the defense would be for him to do this slow because she's moving her head.
What?
You know.
Am I supposed to
Listen.
let you go or hang on? to
No,
you?
if I did it fast, you wind up on the floor.
All right.
What do you think? See?
How about if I kick you and you end up on the floor?
How about if I drop it? No, no, no.
I'll let you
no,
go.
No.
Why don't you just grab her little fingers and pull them?
Oh, he pinched me last
That's-
week. That's what he did.
That's what I've always
Pinched
heard.
me.
That's another technique. Yes, what you said.
Yeah.
But that's not the exercise.
Oh.
The exercise
Well, the-
is this. All I'm showing is what
Oh,
this
okay,
exercise
what this exercise does.
can be used
Okay.
Keep you
Yes.
strong. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Do
so
we
somebody's
have
got
to
you, then
do
you-
the attack mode?
No.
But if
Good.
they've got you on
That's
your
a
arms like this,
demonstration.
you obviously can't do that.
And y'all getting this.
That doesn't work.
Okay.
So I just can't, you know. If you attack me, that's what I'm
I
going to
saw
do.
that one.
Good luck. You're gonna come out with a bruised knee.
Well, I'm not sure.
I don't know. I lost a
I'm
bruised
not.
knee.
I don't
really-
dare because I don't want to go against the wall here. But
Oh no.
I'm just telling you what I
That's-
normally do.
That's why I'm letting you get away with a lot that you're saying right now.
Okay.
Okay, sit down.
All right.
Well, we can sit down.
Let us
Well- Let us what?
let us tomato.
Okay, so I'm not going to do anything at all today.
You want to
As
do
for
something?
exercise. Well, I was going to just do the one. I already did the jogging. Okay, which
go
is
ahead.
something that everybody can do at home. Just
Okay.
stay with me for a minute. And the other one is a simple yoga pose for a stretch. Because we haven't really talked much about stretching. Yeah, that's it. Actually, you can do this too. You know, the warrior pose where you put one foot this way and then stretch out and stretch your arms like this. Actually,
Well, we used,
we're
we
going
used
right
to do it
into
this
the.
way. See, down. One,
Well,
two,
that's
three,
not
one,
quite
two,
the-
three.
That's a
Oh, look
stretch
at him.
stretch.
All
This
right,
is
good for you.
yoga.
I had to do it the
This
other
is
side.
a warrior pose where you, and then you
Howdy.
do some deep breathing and always breathe
Howdy.
In through your
Through the
nose and
nose.
exhale through the mouth.
and exhale through the mouth.
That's
And then
your
turn
good
the
job.
other way.
I've got to
so
do it
that
the
you
other.
can Stretch both ways and stretch those legs out.
Up and away.
Perfect, thank you. See, she's a great
I'm
instructor
flying.
for all things.
I love to fly because we love flies.
Okay,
So,
my
I mean,
back
we
just
have-
went out.
This is
I may have to stay like this.
this is when you use that movement like that. You want me to come around you and get you up.
Okay. All right, now we can sit down.
No, I want to do a stretch myself. See, I only did the one side. Now I have to do the other side.
Oh,
Don't bend that knee. Kick it.
all right,
Okay,
you
kick it.
go, Carl.
Do grasshopper. Come
You
on,
go,
grasshopper.
Carl.
Grandfather. Grandfather. You're right.
All righty.
Okay.
Okay, well, we should have 5 minutes left, I think, something like that. It's hard to say. We were a little bit
They can't
slow
tell his legs
starting.
in the way.
Okay, so we've done this
I
phase
don't
2. I think it's time for your poem. You were going to tell a poem.
A poem.
Or tell.
All
She was,
right.
he wrote a
Lovely.
poem,
Wrote a poem. All right.
and
Wonderful.
he's going to share that with us.
I have to read it. I just wrote it.
Is it funny?
It depends on your point of view. I
Is it
guess.
okay to laugh? Oh,
Well,
well, he's going to cut your head off, probably. He just got the camera. You're okay? Okay, we're okay. Well, go ahead.
Okay. Action.
I actually haven't. My head is stuck this way.
Your head is right where it belongs.
This is called Ferdinand and the Matador. Ferdinand was a prancing, snorting for the kill, while waiting in their last corral to show his mighty skill. Then they forced him through the chute and up against the gate, horns roaring back in the gleaming sun, residing to his fate. No, soon fancy pants and sparkling breeches took that his raven bow. Folks making quite a fuss and stir, but Ferdinand isn't just a cow. No diaper Dan and Sissy, no diaper Dan and Sissy suit with bright red cap a flapping can turn this bull to burger without a good shellacking. The moment of release had come when gate swings wide on hinge, Ferdinand a thundering out and causing Fancy Pants to cringe. Then he charged against the cape, galloping on all fours. So Fancy Dan jumped out of the ring, and now no matador.
Oh, yay!
That's the last poem I'm
The
reading.
bull won.
That's a lot of bull.
It sure is.
I like that one. That was good. That was very
Very
good.
cute.
Now, nutrition tip of the week. Okay, we've talked about quite a few other little things, but one thing that I wanted to talk about that we never, it's one of those things that really will improve your health is to take in more fiber. And with fast food restaurants and all the on-to-go and the quick and easy processed food, it's one of the things that the United States Department of Agriculture, or the USDA, has said that mostly in this country we should, for our health, because taking in fiber will reduce heart disease, it reduces every chronic disease that plagues us, diabetes, obesity. The recommendations are to take in 14 grams per 1,000 calories. Or for the average person, you should be getting, for women, 25 grams a day, and for men, 38 grams a day for the average American. Sadly, we're only 5% actually take that in. That most Americans only get in about 15 or about half of what they should. So it's one of the things that if you can just add a few foods, there again we're back to fruits and vegetables, your whole grains, your beans, legumes.
Nuts.
Nuts are good also.
No, I'm not your nuts.
No, no, nuts are good. There's lots of lists of foods of what's really, but nuts are on there just like you. And can you read all? No. Okay.
I'll take your
All right.
word for
Well,
it.
you take my word for it.
Oh, there it is.
Anyway, that's my nutrition tip for the day. And then let's see how much time we've got. We've
talking
got
about-
a couple minutes.
Talk about grams. I was an usher at the Billy Graham Crusade for before.
She made
in Baltimore.
movies for Billy
And I
Graham.
also in Washington, D.C. Do I get a last word?
Well, we're not there yet, but go ahead.
I'll never get the last word. You always get the last word.
Well, no, you're going to do the closing remarks, but I haven't done my
I
tip
thought
of
you
the
were gonna
week
do
yet.
that. You didn't tell me that.
That's what it says right there. You want
Well,
to
you're
talk
always
about the
picking on me.
talkies. All right, let me quick get the thought. The thought for the week is keep smiling no matter what. No, it really is to stay young, keep growing, okay? Because as long as your brain is engaged and you're learning something new, which is why I love the whole entertainment field, because I'm learning something new all the time. I love taking classes. I highly recommend it no matter what your age. And yes, and keep smiling.
Let me add something to that too, because a lot of people, when they're ready to retire, think that that's the end, that they're not going to be able to do the thing that they love to do. And that's really the beginning. That's the beginning.
of the end.
Now you can follow those
can do it.
dreams. Don't let the fact that you've never done it before stop you from doing it now. If you've ever had a
Yeah.
desire to act,
Yes.
or to write
I think about
a screenplay.
Helen. Helen, who's 79 or so.
Oh, I won't
And
say
she is
she's so-
wonderful. One of the people in Carol's
In my
class.
class,
You
yes,
know, and look
yes.
at Carl. He's He's pretty good. He's still going
There's
on.
so much going on in,
Don't give up.
the world of entertainment, and if you've got the willingness to do it, we love and welcome you
Yes,
to come and join us in our classes.
Absolutely.
In our screenwriting, the Florida Film Network has a general meeting the third Tuesday of every month. You can come and meet people and visit with them. They have a website, thefloridafilmnetwork.com. Come and find out what's going on in the industry. Call Profile Premier Model and Talent. You got children that want to act and
Yep,
get in there.
depending on where you
Call
live,
them.
you know,
Yeah.
if you're the Tampa
Don't
area or
you,
like.
do you still have a class in Lakeland, Florida?
Yes,
Yes,
that's
I
what
do.
she's talking about.
Yes, I do. That's with Profile Premier and then Florida
Yes.
Film Network here in Tampa.
Yes.
So there's get your yellow pages. Go online. If you don't go online, get your yellow pages and start
And-
looking up acting
And learn how to enjoy life.
yes, and learn how to use the computer.
Yeah,
Don't be afraid of it.
Absolutely.
People say, "I don't want to do it. I'm too old. I'm never going to start. I'm afraid of it." Don't do it.
Okay.
Always
and
learn.
Now you get the closing remarks.
Okay. Once a blue spader, always a blue spader. Sorry, I had to throw that in there.
Okay. Well, that's
That's
one of
what
our
my-
sponsors too,
that's-
right?
Yeah, that's one of my military unit.
Okay.
Anyway, we would like to mention that the Talkie Awards for Talk Wide Studios will be held this Friday, and Wilhelmina and myself will attend that. Did I get the name right?
That's at the Picture Theater.
Picture. Yeah.
Picture
Oh, it is
show,
a picture.
Picture show.
Well, it's in Tampa, Florida. It's called the Tampa Picture Show.
On
and
Del,
it's a
Del
really big one.
Mabry.
North Del Mabry.
If you're in the Tampa Bay area, if you're on the West Coast, I don't think you can make it.
What time and what day?
This Friday.
This Friday.
The 4th at 7:30, I believe it is, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, look online and you'll see it advertised. And there's supposed to be something about the viewer's choice. I haven't seen the voting thing yet. It's supposed to be coming out. So if you like this show, vote for us.
And we would like to point out that we are a sponsored show. We don't like to ask for money. Yes, we do. But we do accept sponsors, don't we?
Yes.
Boy, do we accept sponsors. So if you'd like to sponsor our show,
Call Talkwad.
yeah, call them, whatever you want to call them that. Because she calls me everything she could think of.
I think our time is probably up.
we
So
hope.
we want to say goodbye.
Bye, aloha,
Bye.
nui.
Aloha, aloha.
Later, Gator. Keep your foot on straighter, your shoes. And remember to...
Yes.
We're off. I don't have to finish
Oh,
it.
I don't know. I hope so.
Hey, one day I'd like to do my hot rod stuff. Greetings. Thank you.